Do I have permission to talk about a situationship? Yes? Let's do it. I was in a situationship once, twice. Kidding, I'm not that much of a player. Come on, I love having a relationship and, getting to know somebody. But a situationship is awesome because it's basically renting a partner. It's basically, having somebody pretending, cosplaying, role-playing that of being in a relationship, but you just don't commit to each other because you don't really like them enough to commit to them. You get what I'm saying? And in this situationship, I had a feeling that I wasn't wanted, which was weird. I never had that feeling. I thought, most of the time when I was with people that I was worthy. And it was a big thing to fight for the worth of being, wanted. And I don't know. I guess in this one, I really felt like this person maybe thought that me being with them was like a chore. It was like they were reporting for duty. And it made me feel really bad. I had questioned them a few times, do you even want to be with me? You know what I mean? There's not a lot of intimacy being reciprocated here, and I don't know. I really like that. I think it's important. And every time we talked, we seemed to come out on the other side, and it seemed to be okay, and we seemed to have resolved everything. But I knew deep down that we didn't. I had a feeling that things were off. I had a feeling that I couldn't really trust what this person was telling me. I didn't listen. And in the end, guess who was right? Me! Ding, 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 ding! I was right! Vamos! But it really did reinforce something that I knew all along, and I don't know why I decided in this instance, nah. Listen to your feelings. Oh my goodness. Listen to your feelings. And today, I felt like wearing the Daft Punk shirt because last night I had a dream about you. In this dream, I'm dancing right beside you. Song 3, Discovery, Digital Love by Daft Punk. If you've never listened to Discovery by Daft Punk, that is your homework from this episode. Listen to your feelings is also your homework, because there are a lot of people who, I don't know why, they have an intuition and inclination that something is wrong. Something is visibly wrong. And they find logic to back up the fact that no, I'm being too pressing, or I'm being too No, you're not. No. There's a difference between making assumptions. But if you feel that something is off, something is off. Something is off. Do not ignore that. Why would you ignore that? Something is probably going on. And you need to talk about it. Like yesterday. And think about any time, you've had something go wrong in a relationship. There are certain instances where you just get blindsided. You get, whoosh in the face, and you're like, what? But most of the time you can pinpoint when you look backwards, oh, wait a minute. This person said that this was the, guy I didn't have to worry about. This is the girl I didn't have to worry about. But I worried about them because I saw the vision. I saw what was going on. I'm not stupid. And sometimes we just need to listen to our feelings and know that, okay, that's not normal. That doesn't feel good. Something about this feels very, very wrong. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
There you go. Taking the walk?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I might miss this.
Better safe than sorry. There you go. You listen to your feelings, And there are certain fears I have, I'm scared that I'll be in a relationship and the person will be cheating and I won't know about it, and then I'll look like an idiot. But I'm not even afraid of the cheating aspect of the whole thing. I'm more afraid of the optics. And then I had to think to myself, who cares if I'm getting cheated on, and I don't find out about it, dude, life is life. Like, eventually they always find out. I promise you that. Okay. You can't, it just always, they always find out. I've never done it, but every friend I have who has, which I don't have many of those, they always somehow find out. And it's, and then you're on the phone till like 5 a.m. being like, bro, like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, you gotta face your consequences. You cheated. Okay. You got to apologize, and I just don't understand. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. You didn't think it was going to be a big deal that you went behind your partner's back and you cheated on them. Really? That's like a news to you. Okay, bro. Listen to your feelings. Listen to your feelings. How do you do this? It's easy for me to just be like, listen to what your intuition tells you. But how do you actually listen to your feelings? And how do you know when to discern your feelings with actual fear that might not be real? It might be created as a coping mechanism for maybe like a deeper internal problem. For example, you might be afraid of talking to new people because internally you feel like you're not worthy enough, or you feel like you're ugly. You've been led to believe that you're worthless and that no one's going to see worth in you, when in reality, you're probably a really chill person and somebody would love to have the privilege to learn who you are and learn more about you. It's a very difficult thing. There isn't an easy answer. I don't think that there's like a, oh, all you have to do is X and then Y will be true. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. But I think your feelings are at the underlying root of whatever thing it is that you're trying to reason with. They're the first thing to hit. It's like your first reaction, your first inclination. And sometimes your feelings are wrong. Sometimes like your feelings are not right. And maybe they are working with a version of yourself that has yet to accept yourself, yet to do the work necessary to be more open, to be more loving, to be more okay with the way that life goes. And that's okay. That's fine. So I think that at the very least, you should acknowledge it. You should acknowledge that you feel a certain way. You should acknowledge that you have a certain bias. You should acknowledge that you're afraid to get into a relationship, or you're afraid to like spend a bunch of money on something because money was, always a problem growing up. Your family didn't have money, and it's like, it's weird. And these feelings, you shouldn't try to mask them completely. I think you should entertain them, and you should at least hear them out. Hear them out. Because the contrary is, there are people that let feelings rule their entire life, and that, oh my gosh. Woo, that's a rough one, bro. That's a rough one. Because there's no reason and there's no change, because, well, I feel this, so that is the fact. And it's like, oh my gosh, dude. All I asked was that maybe we don't have to go to a fast casual dining restaurant because I want to eat something else. Maybe we can spend like an extra $10 and have like a half decent meal, go get some Ethiopian food or something. I don't know. But like, why is it like, oh my jeez. All right, we'll go to Olive Garden. Fine. Fine. I don't care. But you don't want to be like that, because I do think that feelings, they're easy. They're very easy to kind of like buy into and use them as fuel for an action, a quick action. Whereas acknowledging your feelings and being like, okay, I'm feeling this way, and then being like, why, is so important. Why am I feeling this way? Like, what is leading me to be anxious about this person that's in my life? Why do I feel this kind of anxiety? Like, what is pointing to this? Okay, I'm feeling anxious about this kind of person because they haven't called me in a while. There's somebody who gets into these kind of moods where, when they are struggling, they become nonverbal, and they don't want to communicate that because they feel, ashamed of that. Ugh. I don't feel good about that. I should do something about that. I should call them. Or, man, I'm really feeling aggravated right now about everything that's going on in my life. Like, My friend is like making fun of me, and I just snap at them like a turtle, you know? Why did I do that? Well, I'm feeling aggravated. Why am I feeling aggravated? Well, it's because I'm so just like overworked with myself. I've put these standards on myself that I'm going to study for this exam this week, and then I'm going to go apply for a bunch of internships and jobs. And like I haven't even given myself like a break. I've been on this overdrive for the last 2 months. And so I can't chill. I can't relax, calm down, bro. I can't because I haven't even given myself the permission to do that. Oh, wait, that's not good. It's actually really bad. And you know what? I might want to think about this, and I might want to give myself a break because I don't want to be aggravated all the time. That came from listening to your feelings. You listened to it. That's all you did. You just listened to it. You went, okay, why do I not want to get up from bed? What's going on? Like, why is this such a challenge? Well, it's because I have to go and get started with the day, and I really don't want to do that. Like, I really just don't want. I can't be asked to do that right now. For example, there was a period of my life where I didn't want to get out of bed when I would wake up in the morning. I felt I just didn't want to start the day. It was like I was, I feel like when you wake up and you look at the ceiling while you're laying in bed, it's kind of like the loading screen. In Minecraft, you can pick like single player, multiplayer. And I would just be like, leave me on there. I'm enjoying it, because sometimes the loading screen be fi, bro. They'd be playing like a nice fire song and, there's some nice stuff going on. And I would be stuck in this, title screen of my day because I didn't want to face the realities of the day. Well, why was that? Why did I feel this way? Well, it was because I was uncomfortable with who I was, and I was uncomfortable with the fact that I had so much on my plate at that time, and that I was, quite frankly, I was just sad. I was sad. There were a lot of really weird things going on at the same time in my life, and I felt so lost. I felt so just depleted. And I was feeling guilty about it. I was feeling guilty that I was feeling this way because I'm always, I always try to be cheery. I always try to be happy. And this was a moment in my life where I wasn't that way, and I was very much like, Urgh. And in that moment, I wish I had listened to that feeling a little bit more and been like, there's no guilt. There's no guilt in this. Why don't we just take a break? Why don't we just do some chilling alone? And I'm glad I listened. I went on a trip to go see one of my aunts, and it was awesome. It was really, really awesome to kind of go and relax. I remember I went to Montana. Beautiful Montana, bro. Underrated state. Go to Montana. Trust me, daddy. Yeah, Montana is beautiful. And during that time, I got to just focus on being there. I got to take a break, and I got to just like hang out. And I really needed that. I really needed to just hang out. And I wasn't able to do that at home, and that was really, really impacting me. And maybe that's what your feelings are telling you right now, is that you don't want to be with other people all the time. You don't want to be socializing all the time. You just want to be by yourself. You just want to focus in on the goals that matter to you, and you just want to be consistent with the things that matter to you. And dude, that's okay. Like, but you never come out with us. You know what? I don't want to. I really want to focus on listening to myself right now, listening to my feelings, and I really want to, get over my last relationship. I really want to figure out where I want to live after I graduate. I really want to just figure myself out. I don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes doing like a check-in of where you're at in your life is so powerful, because you realize so many things that you genuinely like are not really happy with. And maybe you think you're happy with it, but when you just allow yourself to listen to your feelings and you don't just disregard them and you don't just throw them aside and be like, oh, I'm just whatever. It's like whatever. No, it's not whatever. It's never whatever. You get me? We talk a lot about being a good listener. But when was the last time we were a good listener to ourselves? Like, when was the last time we really sat down and just like asked ourselves the same questions we would ask our best friend? Honestly, like, I can't even tell you when the last time that was in my own life. I used to journal a lot. I used to be very consistent with it. I used to be checking in all the time, but I've even grown a little bit distant in my own relationship with my own feelings, and that's something that recently I've started to work very, very hard to get that back. And it's been nice. It's been really nice to like know, you know what, dude, it's fine. It's fine that I didn't do all of these things I wanted to get done today. But why did I choose to lay in bed? What caused that? What was the emotion that caused me to look for that thing, that vice? What is stressing me out? What are the underlying things that are causing these emotions? And I don't think that you need to be stoic all the time. I don't think that you need to be, all the time. No. Emotions are a part of the human experience. No, you like after a breakup, you shouldn't feel that way. You should be like so happy because that person's out of your life. No, you should be sad. You should be sad. Why? Because you went through a breakup. So you should be sad. And you should deal with being sad because that is normal. I let emotions flow. If I'm feeling upset, I try to find why. If I'm feeling happy, I also try to find why because I want to feel happy more. And if being happy means, eating a Shipley's donut, I'm going to do it every day. No. But if being happy means spending time with people that I find interesting, doing things that excite me, then I'm going to do more of that. I want to do more of that. In a similar vein, though, I don't think you need to be happy all the time. I just want to be content, you know? I just want to wake up and feel like my day has a purpose to it, and I want there to be a challenge. I want there to be stress. I want there to be problems that I get to solve because that afterwards is always worth it. It's beautiful when you lay down in bed and at the end of the day and you feel like you accomplished something, even if what you accomplished was making your bed. You did that. You did that. Even if what you accomplished was, cleaning your room, you did that. So listen to your feelings. Take more stock of your feelings. Understand, especially when you have a repetition of feelings. Some people do genuinely need to have professional help with their emotions. They have a different chemical balance in their brain, and with that, respectively, I'm not a doctor. I can't advise, and I hope that you get the treatment that you need. But in the meantime, if you are dealing with the emotions and the roller coaster of everyday life, just know that a lot of these things, it's good to let them ebb and flow and let them come as they go. When you start to understand your own feelings and your own emotions a lot more, you then are able to pick it up in other people. Then you become hyper aware, honestly, of when somebody is lashing out at you because of things that you have nothing to do with. You are just the target that they decided to take all of their BS and throw it at, right? And then you also are able to tell like when people are disappointed in you and it's valid and it doesn't come from a place of just like, outside sources. It's actually genuine. You're also able to see when people are being fake. Being fake. There's no evidence behind the emotion that they're trying to portray because, oh my gosh, you look so good in that dress. Oh my. Really? I look good in my dress. Are you sure? Or are you just saying that because you want to seem like you're my twin flame? Come on. Be careful out there. People like to use emotions to, play around with people. People love to do that in relationships, play around. They're playing with my emotions. Where do you think that comes from? because people be playing with emotions. But at the end of the day, we have emotions because we are supposed to feel them. That is the human experience, and you do not need to be happy all the time. You won't be happy all the time. You do not need to be sad all the time, too. We all deal with situations differently. In the same situation that somebody might deal with happiness, like joy, someone else might be like, this actually aggravates me a little bit. And you got to understand that everyone is different. Everyone is different. And that's okay. That's 100% okay. But just make sure that the next time you are feeling something, you don't just disregard it. You don't just throw it away because, oh no, that would be foolish of me. This person said this to me. No. Understand where that's coming from, because most of the time it's coming from a place that is sincere, and maybe it's coming from some place that's deep in your subconscious and it's trying to tell you something. But you won't know unless you listen to your Feelings Zerky Show. I love you so much. Wee-oo. Huge announcement. We have a P.O. box now. This is for a new show that I'm working on called Mail Time with Zerky. If you want to be a part of it, this is where you should send your letter. I would love any kind of questions you got, anything of that sorts. Send them over to the P.O. box for a chance to be featured in this upcoming show. That's, of course, if you want to. By the way, did you know that the Zerky Show is everywhere? You can watch it, you can scroll it, you can stream it. Well, if you didn't know, here's a gentle reminder, just so you can continue to stay tapped in. Also, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I heard that your Valentine is looking for some kind of riz. Well, guess what? Unk's got the riz for them. Well, I hope. Either way, the Zerky Show is now on Cameo. If you want a personalized video message, if you want some advice, even for yourself, this is the way to do it. Taking requests now. But just know, the Zerky Show is here to stay for you every single day, and that will not change. Do the things that bring you joy in this life, because it is very short and time is flying. It is literally February. It was just January. What the Sigma is going on, I don't know. But I try to live it every day in a good way. Try to smile. If I feel bad, I frown. But it's fine, because the day goes on. Because life goes on and on and on and on and on and... Zerky Show, I believe in you. I believe anything that you want to do, you can do it. You just got to start it. You just got to get to it. So, with that being said, if you need someone to root for you, I'm rooting for you. And I'm also sending you plenty of love and peace.